Hello and welcome to Peak Performance Selling, the only sales clinic in the Middle East. I'm Dr. Anand Menon, your host and sales doctor on this channel. Now, as you go through this channel, if you like some of the videos that you see here, I would encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends on your social media platforms. You see, I'm a firm believer that those who know have the moral responsibility to share with those who don't. So let's become ambassadors of knowledge and share what we learn with our friends. And I want to thank you in advance for doing that. On this video, I want to talk about an internal value that's so important to sales. I cannot stress this more. In fact, given every single value or attribute that a salesperson needs to carry, this will rank as the number one in any top salesperson's book. Now, what is this value? It's your attitude. But I'm talking of your attitude that gets demonstrated in everything that you think, say, and do. It's having the heart of the lion, so to speak. So I want to talk today about the lion heart or the lion attitude that salespeople need. You see, this is really important because I have seen so many sales engagements in which the salesperson has become the mouse and they've made the client the dinosaur. Now, if you are in an engagement where the client is the dinosaur because he's the CEO, he's the millionaire, he's the entrepreneur, he's the one who's coming to put the money on the table, then you're entering into that engagement on the losing side of it already. And here's the key thing. You see, people who are successful, entrepreneurs, millionaires, directors, vice presidents, they don't like to waste their time with people who come across as average or losers. I don't mean that in a bad way, but as long as you enter a sales engagement on the losing side of it, that's all you're going to come across as. So it's the lion heart and the lion attitude that people are looking for. Now that reminds me of an African proverb, and I want to share that with you. You've probably heard about it, but let's go through it anyway. Yeah? Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up knowing that it has to run faster than the slowest gazelle if it has to survive. Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up knowing it has to run faster than the fastest lion if it has to survive. You see, it doesn't matter in the jungle whether you are the lion or the gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. So the question I have to ask you is this: how do you like to run? As the lion or the gazelle? You see, what happens to the gazelle when the lion stops chasing him? Nothing. He just stops running. You see, the lion is driven by an inner motivation. The gazelle has to be pushed from the outside. So in sales, the lions or the lion heart is the one that's driven from the inside. The ones who wake up knowing why they wake up every morning and what they need to do. The gazelles are the ones who wake up and have to be pushed by their organizations and their managers and their circumstances to do something. But let's look at the result, because both are running. Let's look at what happens. You see, the lion runs to win. The gazelle runs not to lose. I'm going to say that again. The lion runs to win, but the gazelle runs not to lose. And there's a big difference in running to win and running not to lose. The lion is running towards something, but the gazelle is running away from something. Now, what's your chances in life of catching anything if you're running away from it? You see, a lot of salespeople are running away from their day. They're running away the moment they wake up. It's when they put their head back on the pillow and they already feel the pressure of another tough, difficult day, rejections on the phone, walking door to door and having the door slammed in their face. They're already running away from something. And what's the chances of you being successful in your day if that's how you wake up? You see, lions are born to hunt. Gazelles are born to run. So I want to challenge you to take some time and look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the lion that is inside you. Why did you join sales in the first place? You joined so that you can add value to someone in return for the value that they could give to you. Don't let anybody steal that value or that vision from you. You need to become the lion. You need to be the dinosaur in the room. I don't expect you to be aggressive and hostile and dominating with your client, but you can meet as equals in the conversation. You see, you have something that your client needs. That's the reason he came to meet you. You have something that he needs, and no one knows it better than you. And the client needs to respect you because even if he has the money to put onto the table for it, you are the best person to guide him on how that purchase is going to give him maximum value. So we meet as equals on that table. So I want to encourage you to think about your attitude. When you wake up every morning, ask yourself, who is going to work with you? What are you carrying with you to work? You see, attitude is going to trump anything else that you will need in your daily basis. People can see your attitude. It can be seen in the way you present yourself. It can be seen in the confidence levels that you have. It can be seen in the words that you use. It can be seen in your actions. Let me ask you another question. What's the first thing your client buys from you? Well, the answer is you. Now, if the client buys you, and if you're the first thing the client buys, then he buys your confidence, your trust, your belief and conviction in what you're selling, or he buys your lack of trust, your lack of confidence in what you're selling. So if the first thing that the client buys is you, then he's buying your belief or he's buying your doubt. So if a client ends up in a sales conversation saying, I'm not convinced, instead of pointing the finger at the client, maybe we need to step back, take a look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what was it in me in that engagement that did not give the client confidence? I would encourage you to do this evaluation on yourself, and you will see yourself grow in leaps and bounds and close many deals in the future. Good luck and happy selling.